All right, let's do this. What's up, YouTubers? It is your boy Alyx, man, up here to do a review on WWE Fastlane 2017. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on the results, what I think will happen in the near future, and all that jazz. You know how this goes. If you've been watching me for a while, which hopefully you have, and if you haven't, this is your first time watching me, boy, did you pick a good video to start with me. It's going to be one hell of a review. So let me just say this. I have started a new rating system for my videos where I try to make it as fair and objective as possible. And one thing I love about my new system is that I can be me. I can tell you how much I don't like a show, how much I hate a show, how much it bothers me. But at the exact same time, I can still give credit to the wrestlers and the performers, because my grading system is specifically about the wrestling quality. And as for the wrestling quality of tonight's show, it was okay. It was an okay show. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't one of the worst shows I've ever seen. It was just okay. In other words, it was Raw. It was an average Raw that we call the pay-per-view, but it's nothing terrible. C-. There. So any wrestlers that are watching me right now, I'm letting you know right now, what I'm about to do is not your fault. I respect every single one of you. I respect what you've done and what you do now. But I need to get something off my chest about this pay-per-view. So let's get to it. And as always, please give me your thoughts about Fastlane down below in the comments and in the live chat. If you're joining me for the live chat, I can't wait to read what you have to say about this show. It's going to be real fun. I did not like this show whatsoever. I left Fastlane just feeling like I wasted my time. Seriously. And it's funny. Chamber, the Elimination Chamber, the SmackDown pay-per-view this past month in February, left me happy. It left me excited. Oh, I can't wait to see where this goes. I look forward to doing reviews and watching SmackDown Live with Bray Wyatt as champion, all this cool stuff happening. I look forward to doing involving SmackDown. But man, when it comes to Raw, it just leaves you feeling like, man, why do I watch this? Why do I waste my time coming back to this every single freaking week? Whenever they do something to grab my interest and actually do something to make these guys feel important, just when you think they learned their lesson, just when you think they got everything set, they got all their stuff lined up, everything's fine, at least for WrestleMania, they hit you with this piece of crap show. And they remind you that once again, hashtag Raw is dead. This show was not good. It was not good in the slightest. Wrestling quality might have been okay, but the booking, the presentation, everything about this show was just bad. And I'm sitting here just wondering, what were y'all thinking? Why even have Fastlane? Why even do these pay-per-views when you stop and think about what implications it will have for WrestleMania? And no, I'm not just upset that Taker didn't appear. And I'm not just upset that Charlotte's streak was ended or that Kevin Owens lost the championship. If you're that shallow-minded to not even listen to me, to let me explain why I don't like this show, don't join this review. Don't watch this review. Don't even waste your time. Just click that X button and just get out. You know, do us all a favor. Just get out of here. Go watch some other Joe Schmo's review that's going to say this is one of the greatest pay-per-views of all time. I just don't understand what they were doing, what they were going for. And I'm just beyond shocked that this is the show we got. And I guess for me, why I am disappointed was that once again, I went in with expectations, and that's my fault. I went in with expectations for Raw, expecting them to meet them because that's what they set over the last few months. I'm thinking, you know what? Fastlane should be pretty good. We'll get this and this and this and this. This should happen. I look forward to seeing what story this is going to tell, how this ends up ending, and it just completely craps the bed on it. Every single time I have expectations for Raw, and it goes nowhere. It just goes nowhere. So let's just talk about this pay-per-view. Pre-show was the Cruiserweight tag match. Akira Tozawa and Rich Swann, coming back from injury, taking on the Brian Kendrick and Alicia Fox, his boyfriend, Noam Dar, the Supernova. It was a decent match. It was fun. It did exactly what it needed to do. It was nice, fast-paced, got the crowd excited, and, whet their appetite for the main show. That's basically it. It was the way it was. Like seeing Rich Swann and Akira Tozawa do what they do. I loved the Phoenix Splash by Rich Swann. That was one of the highlights of the show, and it wasn't even on the show. Should have been. Oh, God, it should have been. But yeah, that one was a decent, fun match. It really was. I liked it. So I think that was the only pre-show match. All right. We get into what I thought, honestly, was the match of the night right off the bat. It was Samoa Joe versus Sami Zayn. And these two had a really good match. I thought these two went out there, had a really good, solid back and forth, right story. Samoa Joe is the destroyer. He is this complete monster, big bully who's coming in and just taking names, kicking ass, letting people know that this is my ring, this is my show, and you're not going to stop me. And Sami Zayn is that sympathetic, I'm going to show a lot of heart, and even though you might beat me up, I'm still going to keep coming. I want you to know that I will not give up. Mr. Never Give Up done right, in my personal opinion. So the story was told right. Sami Zayn got the hell beat out of him. Samoa Joe looked like a monster. And Sami Zayn just kept on coming back for more, and coming back for more, and coming back for more, until he couldn't come back for more. After Samoa Joe hit him, I think, what did he hit him with? I forgot. Was it that kick off the top rope? So he hit him with something that was devastating. But regardless, he choked him out. Well, he put him to sleep. We can't say he choked him out because it's PG. But he basically won by submission with the Coquina Clutch. And Samoa Joe looked like a monster. Sami Zayn got some sympathy. I thought it was a really good match. And I'm happy that those two opened up the show. Because it actually, first off, put the crowd in a good mood. Because Milwaukee, thank you for being a good crowd tonight. You are a really good crowd. And I think you made the show a lot better than what it actually should have been. But it got Milwaukee hot. And I think that actually helped me stay hour and a half into the show before the shit started happening. And I just said, why am I watching this? So, good opener. Really appreciate that. But it was all down here from there. Next was the Raw Tag Team Championship. The Club, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows versus Enzo Amore and Big Cass. I don't remember anything about this match. It was just average. Really, it was average. Actually, no, I'll take that back. There were a lot of spots where Enzo Amore was selling very well. I loved when Enzo was going for a tag, and then freaking Carl Anderson intersected him with a flying boot to his face, and it was really awesome. I love that spot. That was pretty cool. So the boys did a pretty good job working it again. But in terms of the match that we got and where we were on pay-per-view, it really didn't feel like a pay-per-view match. It felt like a match that should have been on Raw. It was a very good, I wouldn't even say very good. It was a solid Raw match for a pay-per-view. And I'm sorry, it just really didn't impress me all that much, other than a few spots where Enzo was selling pretty well. You know what happens? Big Cass gets the big tag, and then they eliminate Big Cass, and then I think it was Carl Anderson that pinned Enzo. But Enzo's foot was on the ropes, but the referee didn't say it because freaking Luke Gallows knocked it off the ropes, and the bad guys keep the championships. I'm not at all upset about this. I knew that we're going to win. I just wish we got a better quality match out of it. It wasn't anything to scoff at. And anybody upset that Enzo Amore and Big Cass didn't win, you shouldn't, because they're going to win at WrestleMania. They should win at WrestleMania. I shouldn't put any expectations on Raw anymore, especially after this pay-per-view, because it was horrible what happened. Oh my God. But yeah, also I want to talk about the fact that people are losing interest in Enzo and Cass. I don't know what it is. Yes, I do. It's the booking. I don't like how they're booking Enzo. The way they've been booking him over the last month, him being this annoying guy going around making people not like him. I don't know why they're doing it. I don't like that they're doing it. I just don't understand how what they're doing with Enzo is supposed to help him get over. I miss the badass Enzo who wasn't afraid to say whatever's on his mind, who wasn't the kind of guy that would just do anything. He had standards. You know, he was from Brooklyn. You're not going to just make me dress up like a prissy little blah, 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 blah. But now this Enzo will do anything. I feel like this Enzo, if you ask him to dress up like a little girl with a wig, singing a tune, he'll do it. And it's not the Enzo that I liked at NXT. So I understand why fans are turning on them. I'm still fans of Enzo and Cass. I just hope that the craziness and the wackiness that they're giving them doesn't continue, because if it does, their stock is going to drop. But we'll see when time goes on. Let's see here. Next is Sasha versus Nia Jax. So this was a shocker. Apparently, you know how the match works. Nia Jax beats up Sasha for the majority of the match because Nia Jax is the big, dominant female version of Braun Strowman. But then, in a twist, Sasha actually beats Nia Jax. He beats her clean. She beats her. Did I say he beats her? Sorry about that. She beats her clean. Just straight up, roll up, pin. 1, 2, 3. And I'm just sitting there going, you guys want me to see Nia Jax as a monster, right? You want me to believe that anybody that goes up against this woman is doomed. I don't know if that's what they want anymore. I'm starting to think they want Nia to be seen like an average female wrestler, which, whatever, if that's what you want, that's what you're getting now. But I don't get that. I just kind of felt like the way the match went and how Sasha beat her with a roll-up, which was like, okay. It didn't feel like how Bayley beat Nia Jax at NXT's TakeOver last year. Was it last year or was it 2 years ago? It was, no, excuse me. Not last year's, but in 2015 when Nia Jax took on Bayley in London. There we go. And Bayley beat her with the guillotine. Like, she couldn't pin her. She couldn't roll her up. She had to find a different way to beat her with a guillotine. And I like that. It made beating Nia Jax, or when you do beat Nia Jax, it made it feel a lot more, whoa, okay, this woman is a tough one to beat. And if you beat Nia Jax, it's a big deal. Sasha beat Nia Jax, and I don't think it was a big deal. It just was one of those things where it's like she beat her with a roll-up. Again, it's just illustrating how much of a waste of time this was. Oh God. Okay, I gotta talk about this. The worst part of the show. So, because we didn't have enough time to fill 3 hours, typical, right? Because that's Raw every single freaking week. We don't have enough time to fill 3 hours. We decided to do this angle where Rusev and Jinder Mahal have now broken up. By the way, Rusev looks pretty cool with the new cut. I like the new cut. Somebody got a haircut. I like it. But Rusev and Jinder Mahal are no longer a tag team. Like, I care. Because why were they even a tag team to begin with? Seriously, why were they even a tag team to begin with? Well, let me guess. Because they're foreigners, right? They're non-Americans, so they should be a tag team. Moving on. So they're no longer a tag team, and they want singles competition. So Mick Foley gave them both random singles matches. And when they said this on the pre-show, I thought, you know what? This is fine for the pre-show. I had no idea this was going to be on the main card. And when I saw it be on the main card, I was shocked. So the first of these two matches was Cesaro versus Jinder Mahal. The sooner the draft can come and the sooner we can trade Cesaro to SmackDown, the better. Get him off of Raw. I am sick of it. I'm done. I don't even want to. I'm sick of him and Sheamus. I'm sick of what they're doing with Cesaro. If you don't care about Cesaro on Raw, give him an opportunity on SmackDown. I am done with this. I am tired of them misusing Cesaro, and it's pissing me off. This match went way too long. He should have squashed Jinder Mahal. Oh, people, Jinder Mahal. What the hell has he done in his entire career to even warrant a long match with Cesaro? God damn it, this is making me mad. I don't understand what the whole point of this. And what makes me mad even more is that not only did this kill off the momentum of the entire show, like this was like a complete stop for Fastlane. Up to this point, I was like, the show is fine. The show is fine. I don't even hate the show. It's whatever. Some of the things that they've done, okay, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but I saw it coming, so I'm not offended. This offended me. One, because it was boring. It was long. It had no purpose. It did nothing for either man. And it's once again a waste of Cesaro. Like everything they've been doing with him on Raw. It's a waste. A complete waste of Cesaro. And I don't understand what it is about him that makes him so adamant against making him the main event player that he is. But of course, like Bray Wyatt, like The Miz, he goes to SmackDown, he'll be a big star, so whatever. This sucked. And you know what else sucked? The next match. Rusev versus Big Show. What is going on? So, because Big Show is not going to be fighting Shaq, apparently that's what I'm hearing, because Shaq is backing out because he's not in good shape. So what are we doing? We're just going to have Big Show do random stuff now? He has no direction. He's not building towards Shaq at WrestleMania. So we're just going to have him do random matches. Probably be in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal for some reason, because that's what we want to see. No, it's not. If this is what we're going to be doing with Big Show from now on, these random, pointless, uneventful matches, I'd rather him just retire. Just really retire. Because I really enjoyed this match with Braun Strowman. That match on Raw was really good. Really well done. But this match was nowhere close to it. It's a waste of both Rusev and Big Show. First off, apparently we were supposed to cheer on Big Show, but in my personal opinion, I want to ask you guys this. Is it just me, or is Rusev becoming more likable as time goes by? Am I the only one that likes Rusev more and more as the weeks go by? He just seems more entertaining to me. He just is naturally likable, and I kind of want to start rooting for him. I know he's un-American, but really, the handsome Rusev thing is hilarious. I love it. I think the more he plays that up, the more I laugh. I just want to like him and cheer him on. I'm kind of done booing him now. So as the match was going on, I found myself rooting for Rusev. I'm thinking, you know what? I hope Rusev wins. And then he did win. So I'm thinking, okay, of course not. Of course not, right? Why would Rusev win? Well, because it's not like they've been booking him correctly for the last 4 years, right? 3 years. I don't. When did he debut? Was it the 2014 Royal Rumble? Or was it 2013? I don't remember. The last few years he's been here. He's been put freaking horribly. And I don't get it at all. I hated this match. I hate the previous match. Just a complete killer of the show. Luckily for us, the WWE Cruiserweight Championship match was next. Applause. For real. Applause to Neville and Jack Gallagher for having a pretty solid match. And I will say, so far, this is the best Cruiserweight Championship pay-per-view match on the main roster that we've seen. It comes nowhere close to the Cruiserweight Classic or any of those matches. And I don't think anything's going to come close to that on the main roster. But you know what? I'll take what I can get. I was a little annoyed that it was slow because here's my thing. I was coming off of that horrible shrew and just combination of bad Raw matches. And I was hoping for something to get me into the show. So I was hoping it would be just a little bit fast. Just pick it up a little bit. But those two went out there and they put their bodies on the line. They had a pretty good match, and I should have expected nothing less between Neville and Jack Gallagher, of all people. technically, it was very well done. I don't think there was a botch in the entire match. Everything just worked so smoothly. And I love Neville as a heel. Love him as a heel. He is just the perfect champion for that cruiserweight division. I wish he had a better belt, though. I don't like that cruiserweight belt at all. But I'm not even going to complain about that because this is not the time to do that. This, to me, is a prime example of WWE just letting them go out there and work. Could it be better? Yeah. I mean, clearly there's still restrictions on them. And I wonder if they did not restrict them as much, how much better would this match have been? Like, take this exact match, put it on the Cruiserweight Classic. How much better could it have been? And maybe that's why I was annoyed. Maybe that's why I am a little annoyed. Because in my mind, as solid as this match was, it could still be so much better if they just let them go out and just tear it up. Just go out there and wreck shop. No restrictions. Have fun. And that's why I'm not going to give it too high of a grade, because in my mind, if I know you can do better, why would I give you an A? Why would I give you a A+? I'm not going to do that. I know a lot of you thought this was probably match of the night. And I'm looking at you guys right now, and some of you are actually saying this is match of the night. But that's fine. I'm cool with you guys thinking that this is match of the night. I'm not going to tell you what to think. I still think Samoa Joe and Sami Zayn was match of the night. But we're wrestling fans. Who cares? Who cares? Really? What am I going to do to you if I... What? I'm going to tell you that you're an idiot because you think that match is better? Screw me. Seriously. No. You have the right to think whatever is match of the night. I personally think, this is just my opinion, I think the first match was the match of the night. I also loved, I should talk about this too, Neville hit Gallagher with a nasty German suplex. I don't know what led into it. All I know is he did a German suplex, tossed him, and Gallagher landed on the back of his head upside down. It was nasty. So yeah, a good performance from both men. Neville retains. And let's keep this going. I know he might fight, he should fight, in my personal opinion, but he might fight Austin Aries at WrestleMania. That should be a really good match. That one's going to be a killer match. I can't wait for that. Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. Okay, no, I gotta finish it. I'm live. I can't just walk away. I can't just walk away from the review. I'm sorry. Okay, so in terms of the match itself, wasn't about as good as I thought it would be. You know, these two went out there, did their best. When you have these two big men, it's kind of hard for them to have a really good match. I mean, again, Big Show and Strowman surprised me. They really went out there and had a really good big man match. This one, I can tell they tried. I can really tell they tried. And God damn it. The way this match was booked and the whole aspect of Roman Reigns just straight up beating Braun Strowman. What are we doing? Okay, this is going far beyond Roman Reigns wins all the time. And no, I'm not just upset that Taker didn't appear. Yes, I expected it. You want to know why I have these expectations for WWE? Because I grew up during a time where they made me have these expectations. I'm thinking, okay, what's the best way to tell a story and set up WrestleMania's Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker match? Oh, I know. Because Roman Reigns basically eliminated Taker from the Royal Rumble, Taker would screw him out of a chance to beat Braun Strowman. Add some heat to that feud. Up to WrestleMania. 1 + 1 = 2, you son of a... But no. And look, you didn't have to do that. Do something to at least warrant Reigns wanting to fight Taker at WrestleMania. Like, Why does Reigns have to fight Taker at WrestleMania now? Like, what? You're just gonna throw something against the wall tomorrow night on Raw, have Taker come out and challenge Reigns, and Reigns is gonna say, "Yeah." No, no. And if they do that, I'm gonna be pissed off. I'm gonna get upset. I'm the Undertaker, and I'm gonna fight you at WrestleMania. I'm the big dog, Roman Reigns, and I accept your challenge. I respect you, man. I respect you. No, sit down. It's okay. They didn't have to do exactly that. You could have done something else. You could have. Okay, what else could they have done? What else could they have done to set this up? Freaking Reigns loses shit. I don't know. Something. Do something to make me think. Okay, I can't wait to see Reigns and Taker. No. What do? As always, we go by the books. Roman Reigns just beats Braun Strowman. Just straight up beats him. 2 spears, and that's it. All that momentum that Braun Strowman has built. All that time making him look absolutely unbeatable and strong, having him get speared through a freaking barricade and then get back up. Like nothing happened to him. This is how you have Roman Reigns beat him with 2 spears? And what pisses me off about this, again, it's not about Roman Reigns winning, which is a completely different aspect. And yes, they should turn him heel at this point, because if you're going to have him fight Taker, at this point, you would be stupid to just have him go in there as a babyface, because he will get booed. But he's been getting booed for the last few years, so why do I care, right? Why even complain about it? Braun Strowman was somebody I was actually starting to get behind. I actually like him. I like him as a performer. You were building so much hype behind him. I saw, in my mind, I actually saw him going to, I don't know, SummerSlam or a future pay-per-view and fighting for the Universal Championship. I was thinking, you know what? Braun Strowman versus Goldberg? Not bad. With the way they're building him, I would have Goldberg lose to Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar. I have him lose to Brock Lesnar. No. You know, we can't really just add more heat to a Braun Strowman character to really get the most out of him. No, we have to focus on the one freaking person, Roman Reigns. You just gave it to Roman Reigns. Not even give it to anybody else in the roster. Like Cesaro doesn't freaking need it. Or anybody else needs it. We give it to freaking Roman Reigns. This is exactly the same crap that made fans hate John Cena for the last 10 years. And I'm not hating on John Cena for who he is, because I think John Cena has always been a quality person. Okay? And probably Roman, the guy that plays Roman, he's probably a quality person too. But the way they're booking him, it just makes me want to rip my hair out. It's just, of course. And they wonder why I don't like Roman Reigns, the character. They wonder why fans like me just get on him. And they wonder why, these internet smarts. These smart wrestling fans. Why can't we please you? Why can't we please you? Why are you never happy? Why do you complain and go on the keyboard and just type your hate towards us? Because you don't tell stories correctly. Because your stories suck. There you go. Hashtag your stories suck. So tomorrow night on Raw, Roman Reigns will probably meet Taker in a confrontation. I want to fight you at WrestleMania, and I accept it. Big dog out. I respect you, man. I respect you. God damn, I hate Raw. Moving on. All right, what's next? Was that the Women's Championship? Oh, yeah, we had some stuff with the New Day. The New Day came out, tried to sell their ice cream. They got ice cream bars now. And that's it. They just came out to waste time. Because like Raw every single week, we can't fill 3 hours, so we'll throw them out there for a random segment that really did nothing for anybody. And Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar were there. They didn't do anything. They were just there. I think Paul Heyman's on Raw Talk. I'm not watching Raw Talk. Nobody watches Raw Talk. It sucks. Is that the Women's Championship match? Yeah, the Raw Women's Championship match. Once again, I felt like the performers themselves, well, I'll be real with you. This one wasn't their best match either. Bayley versus Charlotte for the Women's Championship. This was not their best match. They've had better matches than this. It wasn't horrible, but I think both of them know they could have done better, especially when Bayley had that horrible botch in the middle. When Bayley hit that horrible botch, she was trying to Okay, so Bayley put Charlotte in a tree of woe on the turnbuckle. And she was going to do a springboard off the bottom rope and hit Charlotte with an elbow while she was in a tree of woe. She did that a lot on NXT. I don't know if the bottom rope was broken or if Charlotte wasn't in the right position. The spot looked horrible. It was downright bad. And they just never recovered from it. The match itself never got into second gear. They were never able to reach the level of their Raw match. Their Raw match, and even their NXT Fatal 4-Way takeover match. You know, they never reached the level of their past matches. And I kind of feel like this one was their weakest match in terms of quality. Now, if that wasn't bad enough, at the end of the match, we have Sasha come out. No, not because Dana Brooke was out there or anybody interfered. No, Sasha just ran out there. And Sasha physically touched Charlotte. She started beating, I don't think she beat on her, but Charlotte basically grabbed Sasha and threw her in. And I'm thinking, okay, that should be disqualification. Now, some of you are saying Sasha didn't attack Charlotte. Okay, but I've seen Raw matches end when people interfere, when they make contact with people they shouldn't be making contact with. That would be a disqualification in Raw. But with pay-per-views, who cares, right? Because logic makes no sense here. So Sasha interferes. Charlotte tried to cheat. She had Bayley by the tights, and then Sasha's like, no, referee, look, she has her by the tights. Don't do that. And then Bayley beat Charlotte. Yeah. The pay-per-view streak ends at 16-1. Because, you know, her dad was 16-0, so I guess she's 16-0 now. I don't know. But Charlotte lost her pay-per-view streak on a random and pointless pay-per-view. Not WrestleMania. Not use it to put over anybody. Not use it to make a moment for somebody. No, she just loses it. Just randomly in such a weird match. And here's my thing. Sasha helping Bayley would be fine because apparently it is, thankfully, setting up a heel turn for Sasha. But what bothered me about this is Bayley was completely okay with it. Bayley was like, okay, thank you. Thanks, I win. Champion. And I looked at her and went, Bayley, you should be upset. Like, at least look confused. Like, what the hell? Why are you out here? Why are you helping me? Like, oh my God, tell a story. Bayley was, they're paying her as this girl who, the wrestling fan who wants to do things the right way, who wants to be a role model, who wants to, you know, let people know that I am going to beat you fair and square with no help. And she has those morals. She has that morality about her. And you would think someone like that would look at Sasha and go, why are you out here? Why are you helping me? You didn't need to do that, Sasha. I didn't appreciate that. And then Sasha could get upset at that, and then it leads to a heel turn. This match was horrible. By the way, yeah, no heel turn. No heel turn at all. Sasha Banks did not turn heel on Bayley. It was the perfect match to do it in. So it's going to be some random ass, out of nowhere, out of the blue heel turn for Sasha Banks down the line. Because, oh, we got to shock the fans. Tell a story. Fine. The story is predictable. Fine. Who cares? All I ask is that you tell a compelling story. I don't care if it's predictable. It was right there. Sasha's heel turn was set up perfectly for you. Could have kept Charlotte's reign going. Could have protected Bayley, because she could have lost to Charlotte, because it's Charlotte's pay-per-view streak. Who cares? And everything would have been fine. But I look at this and I go, oh, God, this has me worried. I'm worried about what they're going to do tomorrow night on Raw. I have a feeling that this is what I predict is going to happen. I think Stephanie McMahon is going to come out, expunge the match, completely reverse the decision, probably vacate the championship or some crap like that. And then, I don't know, I think they're going to do some craziness to where Sasha ends up turning on Bayley somehow anyways, and then we set the match up that way when they could just set it up by just having Sasha screw over Bayley. It was easy. And he could have easily told the story of I was jealous. Like, she was jealous of her. She hates the fact that fans, you know, have gotten behind Bayley now, and she's out of the spotlight. After losing to Charlotte at Roadblock, another forgettable pay-per-view, but at Roadblock, she hasn't been in the spotlight anymore. And then Bayley comes in and takes her spotlight, and she can't stand not being in the spotlight because she loves the spotlight. It was easy. The story was right there. But we're going to find some wacky, nonsensical, no logic way to turn her heel now. But whatever. Fine. Whatever. It's your show. It's your show. Main event. Kevin Owens versus Goldberg for the Universal Championship. Well, you know what happened. Goldberg is your new WWE Universal Champion. Basically, after Kevin Owens went in and out of the ring for a good, 5 minutes. And I'm not going to lie, I liked it. I thought it was hilarious. I laughed hard when Kevin Owens was doing that. He's like, all right, I'm ready. You ready for me? Psych. He went out. Came back in. He's like, okay, that's it. I'm ready for you. Ring the bell. Ring the psych. It was cool. I thought it was fine. I thought it was hilarious when he did that. And I actually like Chris Jericho coming out and distracting him for Goldberg to spear him. The bell rings, and then jackhammer. Goldberg is your new WWE Universal Champion. You knew it was going to be a short match. You just knew Goldberg was going to beat Kevin Owens very fast because, come on, he beat Brock Lesnar in 90 seconds. He wasn't going to beat. Kevin Owens was not going to beat Goldberg. I'm sorry. He just wasn't. But at the exact same time, again, it was one of those things where we probably could have done that better. But you know what? That is actually kind of what I thought they were going to do. So I'm not upset about how the match ended. I'm just happy that we tied in Chris Jericho. And we're off to Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens for WrestleMania for the Universal Championship. No, for the United States. For the United States Championship. That should be a solid match at least. No, it should be an amazing match. It's one of the matches I'm looking forward to. But it really didn't help your show. Goldberg's, and I'm happy for Goldberg. I'm happy to see him, even at his age, still doing it. He's getting one last run, the run that I think should be pretty solid, should be pretty good for him. And hopefully Brock Lesnar and Goldberg at WrestleMania. Please let that be better than their WrestleMania 20 match. That's the only thing that I ask for. If you're going to have that match, and that match is not going to go 90 seconds. That's going to be a match. Let that be better than their WrestleMania 20 match, especially if it's closing the show. That's going to close the show. But, I'm not upset. It is, and it does illustrate the fact that Raw would not give any of his young talent a chance. But when you think about it, really, and this is what I'm going to say. Yes, I'm someone that should be upset about this, and I have been upset about this in the past. But when you look at Raw, what else did they have? At least when I was upset when CM Punk lost the belt to The Rock, there was a better option than what we got at WrestleMania 29. When Cena and Rock fought for the second time, twice in a lifetime, we could have done a triple threat. A triple threat would have been the right solution. Yes, we wouldn't have gotten Taker versus CM Punk. I get that. But at the exact same time, the better solution would have been a triple threat. There were better options. When it comes to Goldberg and Brock Lesnar and the Universal Championship now, there is no better option. There really isn't. This is the best match we could do, unfortunately. But it does really aggravate me now that this is the point we've come to. We have to rely on people like Goldberg and Brock Lesnar to maintain interest and not just the Universal Championship on the main event picture, but Raw and WWE as it is. Because let's be real, when Goldberg and Brock Lesnar leave, because they're not going to be here after WrestleMania. They'll probably be there on the Raw after WrestleMania, but following that, that's it. They're gone until SummerSlam. They're not going to be here all that long. Fans are not going to care. They're not going to stay tuned. They're going to wait until they come back, and then we'll get some intrigue again. Like always. But that's what they want. That's how WWE likes to have it. That's what they want to do for WrestleMania. So whatever. Do what you want. It is what it is. But I did not like this show at all. In terms of match quality, it was an okay show. It's fair and objective. I'm giving you guys the benefit of the doubt. Wrestlers, that is my grade for your show. But in terms of booking and presentation, this show sucked. It sucked. I hated it. I did not like it whatsoever. And quite frankly, it might go down as one of the worst pay-per-views of the year by the end of things. So, what grade would you give? Go to the live chat. Let me read what you guys are saying here. I want to hear, not here, but I want to read what you guys are saying here. 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 2.5 out of 10, F, -1, -5 stars, -5 stars. Well, at least one of my dream matches will happen this week with AJ Styles and Randy Orton. Yeah, and that's exactly what I was just talking about. I'm looking forward to AJ Styles and Randy Orton more than anything Raw has to come, or it's going to give me tomorrow. And you know what? I guarantee you AJ Styles and Randy Orton will be better than any match we've seen on this card. It will be better than any match we've seen on this card. Okay, grades are coming in. F. Damn, guys. F, D. Okay, D plus, D minus, D. F minus. So 0, basically. F for screw this show. C. D minus. C. Meh. Oh, God. This was not a good show. Well, let me also look at the Twitter poll. Real quick. Let me see what the Twitter poll says, because I did post that. So my Twitter poll is actually telling me out of, let me see. Okay. No. Sorry about that. I'm trying to pull it up. Man. Log in, yeah? Log in, bruh. So out of 250 votes, 95% thumbs down. 5% thumbs up. Y'all didn't like this show at all. That's just 250 votes. Now, I'm pretty sure on a bigger channel it would be different, but that's pretty pathetic. That's bad. What a, just a shit show. Not the worst show I've ever seen. I've seen worse, but it was not good. It scares me. It scares me because this is the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania. So hopefully WrestleMania is a lot better. Thank you guys for watching. Give me your thoughts about Fastlane down below. I'm sorry that you guys had to sit through that, but I will catch you guys tomorrow night for Raw. I kind of don't want to watch Raw after this show, but you guys want me to do reviews on it, I will continue to do it. So I'll see you tomorrow night for Raw, where they'll BS their way to setting up WrestleMania, and I'll be there to talk about it. This is your boy, Alyx, man, signing off. Subscribe, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, buy the t-shirt, donate to my PayPal, everything down below in the description box, and I'll catch you guys next time in Alyx Man's World. I'm out of here. Peace.